Welcome to the channel. I have a very interesting coffee sent to me from one of my patrons. It is from Collectible Coffees. And I believe this is a private label coffee. They're not actually doing the roasting. They sent it to me. This is a project they're doing where art meets coffee. They do these really cool bags. They actually have a number on them, 147 out of 500, so it's a limited edition. After 500 bags, they do another art design. Their hope is obviously that people will love the coffee, but also buy the coffee to collect the bags. They're supporting local artists in the Bay Area mostly at the moment. Does not have a roast on date. It's funny, it doesn't really have much in the way of labeling on it. From the letter they sent me here, it says it's a Brazilian Santos coffee. And it is, they do have, who is it, roasted by, Connoisseur Coffee in the Bay Area, Redwood City, Connoisseur Coffee. So this kind of be like a double review, Connoisseur Coffee and Collectible Coffee together for what they're doing. I'm not sure what their price point is. They didn't include that in the letter. I haven't looked it up, so I don't know what the price point will be. Anyway, I am going to review this coffee. I'm going to cup it. We're going to cold brew it. We're going to pull some espresso shots, maybe some cappuccinos. Let you know how good it is and whether you should buy it. So anyway, I will be right back. Okay, I've analyzed my roast. Let's get my coffee steeping here. I got 10 grams. It's gonna be about 250 grams of water. Even though this coffee doesn't have a roast on date, it is making some nice blooms, so I'm gonna say it's pretty fresh. Does have a very smoky, chocolatey, bittersweet chocolate smell to it. I'm gonna get my cold brew going here in a minute. I'm gonna let this steep for about 14 minutes. Get our timer going. Okay. I'll be back in 14 minutes. I'm going to sample this for you and let you know what I think. Be back shortly. Oh, wait. I forgot. Let me give you my roast results. It was a 37 on the whole bean, 52 on the ground, so it's a relatively fast roasted coffee. There's a big gap between the two vectors. The whole bean really getting close to that French roasty, full city, definitely full city. The beans are kind of oily, French roasty. Definitely has a very French roasty, smoky feel to the aroma. But the inside of it being very light. So anyway, it's more of a medium roast. Anyway, we're going to see how it does. I'll be back shortly. Okay, it's been about 14 minutes. My sample's ready. I did a pH on it, came out to be a 650, so it's kind of bright, should have a bright, sparkling city taste to it. On the break, when the aroma, I did it at 4 minutes, had sort of a mildly sweet, hints of rhubarb to it. Let's, still like very low sweet, sort of, a rhubarb, mildly sweet rhubarb type aroma to it. Let's give it a try. Nice bold taste. Mildly sweet, really intense. Definitely full city. Definitely has that really intense, bold, not quite French roast. Very bold, dynamic, nice tasting coffee, nice aroma. Consider this a very traditional coffee does have a sort of a intense acidic taste to it. Very, not very bright, just very intense on the tongue. Definitely a lot of body to this coffee. Definitely full-bodied coffee. Very lingering on the tongue. Like I said, the biggest thing I noticed about this coffee is that intense, full-city, acidic intensity to it. Not as bad, it's good. Very intense. Anyway, I'm gonna score it, let you know what I think. Let's pull a shot real quick. Okay, shot is ready. This being a Brazilian Santos Credo, just like I expected, has a very big creamer. You know, when you're blending espresso, I always recommend that you go at least 40-50% Brazilian Santos Credo if you want to keep that nice big creamer. Smoky, has a bit of smoky sweet aroma to it. And very intense. I would say I probably do not recommend this as a espresso by itself. Very intense. That acidity is really just popping, just too intense. Yeah. Do not recommend it as an espresso. Sorry to say. Just too intense. Perhaps it might be alright if it was blended out in milk, but anyway, I would not say this is a single origin espresso. Anyway, I'm going to score this coffee. Cold brew will be up, and I'll be back shortly to let you know what I think. Okay, it's been about 12 hours, cold brew's ready. I'll give you my final thoughts and score on this coffee. So this is a medium dark roast, Brazilian Santos. Nice color, like I said, the main theme, and this has a very bright acidity to the coffee. Some chocolatey, nutty, smoky notes to it. Anyway, let me give you my score on this coffee. As you know, on the roast, it was a 37 on the outside, 52 on the grind. On fragrance, I gave it an 8. Sort of smoky, sort of rhubarb, chocolate, mild sweet, bittersweet rhubarb, sort of aroma smell. Flavor, I think it was predominantly on the bright acidic side. I gave it a 7.5. Aftertaste does have a nice lingering aftertaste on the tongue. I gave it an 8. Because it was a bright, very acidic coffee, I gave it an 8.5. Sweetness, like I said, because it was a darker roast, most of the sugars had been caramelized, so it wasn't that sweet. It had a little sweet and not oversweet. 7. Bitterness, you know, it was very good Arabica coffee. Nothing weird, nothing bad about it. Gave it a 10. Mouthful, like I said, it does fill up your mouth. Very sort of silky, satiny. Gave it an 8. Balance, because it was like more on the acidic side, I gave it a 7. As far as after defracts, anything weird, nothing, so I gave it a 10. Overall drinkability, I gave it an 8. Anyway, my final score on this coffee was 82. Decent coffee, not really a great coffee, but like I said, it was good Arabica coffee. I liked it, made a decent thing. Honestly, I would love to, if maybe, for Brazilian Santos, it's good if you like Brazilian Santos. I personally would like to see it blended with maybe some Costa Rican, some Colombian, to make it a little more full-bodied. Other than that, very good. Thanks for watching the review. See you next week. Have a great day.